Good morning, everybody. Jack Leeson with StartupTrading.com. It is halfway through the month here, January 15th, 9:10 in the morning, and the title of the video is Final Touch of Daily Extension Long. And that is really the question here as we move into, the next phase of politics in the United States. Are we going to continue this uptrend? We're back to back 25% plus years basically in the NASDAQ. I forgot the exact numbers, but anyway, holding this September 11th daily extension gives us a new daily upside target of 23,194. So it's still quite a ways from where we are, and we're really just the first day out of it. We saw a couple of days of consolidation on that support level, and then we have finally, on that number here this morning, really began to move higher. And the first resistance I'm watching above us, and there's going to be, I think, a lot of volatility today, and I'm going to be a little selective. We've had really big ranges for the last couple days, and you can scalp literally 50, 60 points all day long, and the bigger moves are 100, 200 points. So I'm looking at the 50% retracement from what is December 25th high or Christmas to the current low, and that's a little bit above us, but I absolutely today would not look for any longs above that level. But even still, we're well above the prior day's high. So for the first 30 minutes, I want to kind of see us settle out, maybe even the first hour, and then the extension in the overnight session, I would think there'd be a continuation there. So I'm using that 4 o'clock high to high. That is my ideal trade location here in the morning. We'll just see if we can get down into that. I am anticipating us to continue higher, but I want to see us pull back into the 50% retracement before we do anything. So that's going to be at 21,162 roughly, and I'm just going to be kind of waiting until we get down there. But obviously the reaction here this morning, in line, very aggressive. If we can't hold these extensions, then we're probably coming to that full halfway back long here. But just keep in mind, guys, this very well could be, coming out of basically yesterday's lows, the entry into a over 1,000 point swing trade here for the NQ. And I want to reiterate, if you're a dip buyer, if you're a stock buyer, these are the pullbacks you want to be long. At the end of the day, I'm a full believer in a bull market over a long enough time frame. We always go higher. Of course, you have bear markets, but nobody really holds on to stocks, so the stock market, too long where it doesn't get a new high with all the money that gets printed. And I guess as the world spins around, the market goes higher, and the target off of this level is literally another 2,000 points in the NASDAQ. So you do the math on the size that you could swing, whether it's one micro, literally, if you have $2,000 in an account or whatever, you can just swing one micro for those bigger targets. You'll be happy when you wake up to a multi-100% return on those highs if you just have the patience to do it. It could be a couple months before we can bleed it. We have a same anchor as far as the date, that September 11th high. We've seen now the second test in the S&P 500. We're trading 59.64s. Upside target 63.04. I'm looking at the full halfway back short as my premium level here today. I just won't be interested in longs above it. We could spend half the day above that. It does not matter to me. I will be sitting waiting around. But what I'm going to do, same thing I did for the NASDAQ. I'm going to use that 4 o'clock high to high, and that's going to be the magnet I'm looking for here this morning to see if we can come down and pull back. So that's really it. I'll keep it simple. I'm going to reassess after the first half an hour that the market's open. And I'll jump back on the microphone at 10 o'clock, and we'll see if we've come down into these extensions or if there's any new information for the day. But with that being said, I'll share these levels with you guys in the room and then be jumping on.